Great.
We will now discuss the one and only way to make charts in Excel, if you're in my class, and if you're making a pie chart, and if this is how you want to do it. This is how you do it. So I have this information in Moodle, and somebody read it and said, what? And so we're making a video. Tips on charts. And this also has to do explicitly with your final. Yes, there is actually, no joking, one and only one way that I want that pie chart done for your final, because it's super cool and I want to make sure you know how to do it. Charts. The text must be above and to the left of the data cells for Excel to be able to understand it and make a chart. Don't leave blank columns or rows in your chart data. Excel will read them as zeros or might do something even worse. When you highlight multiple ranges, so this is a thing in SimNet in your homework, people often have trouble with. So when you highlight multiple ranges, like for a chart, hold down Control after selecting your first range. So you select a range of cells, then hold down Control, then select your second. If you press Control first, you're going to wind up selecting an extra cell or an extra group of cells. And then you're going to have 3 sets of cells to make a pie chart, and it just doesn't work that way. Okay, so what does this mean? Here is Excel. I've got some data like for your final, and so we've got some dogs, Snoopy, and he's like 57. I don't know, 57 what? It's fake data. We've got Clifford the big red dog. Okay, and he's 23 somethings. And then we have Underdog, and he's 15, whatever's. Okay, so here I have my data. Notice how this guy is bleeding off to the side and gets chopped off by that number, and I don't care, because you will see in a second that I don't have to care. Okay. I said that the text has to go above and to the left. Oh, I said of the data cells. I should, okay, no, that's correct. I could perhaps reword that. Okay, so here is my text. So some of my text is to the left. Oh, there's my data. I have the labels for each of these pieces of data are to the left, and the title, sort of, telling me what is this column, it goes here. Now, it's very common. If I was writing this on paper, I could do it like this, and the humans would have no trouble understanding that. Dog popularity, and then we have Snoopy, Clifford, and Underdog. Fabulous. Humans have no problem understanding that. Excel looks at this and says, 2 columns of 4 items. Oh, obvious, that one's blank. So obviously what the human meant was 0. Okay? And Excel will treat it that way. So I'm going to take that out of there. And if I make a chart, probably funny things are going to happen. Now, each time they improve Excel, these things get fixed a little bit. So it's actually, see how it's ignoring it? It's actually ignoring it, which is nice. So this version of Excel is kind of fixing this for me in this example at this time. I've definitely seen it come out wrong even with this version. If I do put a 0 in here, now it's like that because it has already said, hey, this is your title. Let me delete this chart and let me try it again with an actual 0 there. So I can show you the thing that goes wrong all the time. Okay, so I have chart title is blank. And then we have dog popularity, Snoopy, Clifford, and Underdog. See that? And if this isn't here, I'm having to kind of fake this up so that you can see what happens. Okay, so covering that up because, all right. So if you see an extra mark in the legend, see how I have this dot that's all by itself with no text, and then I have Snoopy and Clifford and Underdog? that means you've got some blank cells that are included in your chart that you created. So if you have extra little orphan marks in here, that means that you confused Excel. So you go back and you look at your data and you say, oh, well, that's not what I meant. Okay, and like I said, it's fixing some things now, so it's a little bit hard to create. This is why I value student errors so much, because when I try to create an error, it's hard to get exactly what you're seeing. Okay, so this is correct. And I'm going to make my chart. And it comes out exactly how I want. There's my title. There's my 3 pieces of data, and this is all good. Because you'll notice this purple, it's looking to, here's my data, my numbers, and it looks to the left and it looks above. And before we sign out, I'm going to very quickly put it in the format for the final. So quickly, layout, click on it, drag, click on it, and oh, I got out of rhythm. Okay. Undo. That's how not to do that. Quick layout. Okay. Click it once to get its attention, and then don't click. Drag, drag, drag. And we're done. Go forth, make good pie charts.